Today. Here we go.
What? I didn't even say anything. I'm just scrolling.
Yeah, but whenever you're around, things are never quite easy, are they?
I'm just saying, this better not be a stupidly long list just so you can get more view time by listing nonsense products.
Actually, every single item I'm about to list is useful, thank you very much.
Really? The multi-tool? Come on, that's basic.
Okay, I won't talk about the multi-tool. It's fine, go away now, go away.
Okay, I'm just trying to help.
Yo, what is going on, guys? So as you can guess, in today's video I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite accessories for any Sony camera that kind of just fix some of the problems that we do have with these cameras. So some of them enhance the camera, some of them protect them, whatever it is, they are all to make your experience using your camera a bit better. So let's get into it. So the first accessory that I think you definitely should have for your camera is a battery grip. Now, a battery grip essentially is an extension of your camera where you can put two batteries inside, you slide this in the bottom in the main battery compartment, and you essentially have a bigger camera. It works in a similar way where you have the shutter button on the top, you have some custom function buttons, you have some scroll wheels, a joystick, and an autofocus button. So it has pretty much everything that your camera has just at the bottom of your camera, if that makes sense. So to attach it, all you do is take the battery door off your camera, which is just a simple slide and click off. You put this straight inside the battery, and then you just screw it on. Make sure it's nice and tight. And there you are. You now have a much bigger camera. So yeah, as I said, the main reasons why I think this is a good purchase is, one, you have that better grip. Like, one of the main reasons why I don't like these small mirrorless cameras is the grip is just so small. Your pinky's always hanging off. It's great being small and lightweight, but when you can't properly hold your camera, it's just a bit annoying. 2, you have double the battery life, as you can slide 2 batteries at the bottom of this. 3, it weighs just that bit more. Because you have double the batteries now and this grip at the bottom, it just makes the camera a bit heavier. So when you do have heavier lenses, it's not as top heavy, and when you're going handheld for video, it's nicer to have a heavier setup. And then bonus points is that you also have like a nice vertical option now, so you have to kind of angle your arm up when you are shooting vertically. You can kind of just move your hand and have the buttons here, and kind of looks cool, you know. It looks more like a 1DX style camera. It just looks that little bit more professional. But that's not the main reason, I promise. But yes, I hear you. The main reason why you got one of the mirrorless cameras is because you wanted a small profile, and this just doesn't scream smaller profile. Well, let me try you with this. So this, being the second item, is a small base plate you can put at the bottom of your camera. It just gives you that little bit extra grip, so your pinky isn't hanging off and it's much more comfortable to use. Again, a simple installation where you do just screw it onto the bottom. So once that's all screwed on with the included plate, that slots back in, and now you just have a bit nicer of a camera to hold. Because it's that little bit longer, your pinky isn't hanging off, so it's much more comfortable to hold your camera. But one of the main reasons why I got these different grips for the camera is because I'm used to shooting all my videos on my FX3, and on the cage of my FX3 I do have a strap on the side. So when it comes to me taking photos and using my A7IV, I'm always a bit like, where's the strap? I feel a bit nervous carrying this because I don't have that safety feature. So the benefit of having both this undergrip or the main undergrip, the battery undergrip, is that you can put a strap on it. Now these are like fiddly straps, so you do have to feed it in. It's like a clip-on one that would be nice, so you can move it on and off. But it's as simple as feeding it through the loops on each grip, and then you have it on your camera, and that just makes it a much more secure camera. So now, for whatever reason, Sony expect you to charge your camera by plugging it into a wall like it's an iPhone. And to me, this just never made sense, because if you have multiple batteries, you mean you have to plug it in, you have to wait and always be staring at that orange light to see if it's switched off, to know if you need to switch battery so you can charge multiple batteries. And it's just long and tedious having to plug it in, change the battery, plug it in. It's just very frustrating. It just doesn't make sense to me. So to combat this problem, I recommend getting a dual battery charger. All this is simply where you put your batteries inside each slot, you plug it in via USB, and that's it. That's all you need to do. And then you have the screen on the front that tells you where your batteries are in their charge. If they are fully charged, if they are halfway, quarter of the way, whatever it is, this will tell you where they are on that charge. But of course, this is only relevant if you have bought multiple batteries for your camera. And if you haven't, I definitely recommend you should, because one battery just isn't enough. So the next item is another safety feature, but it is something I recommend having on your camera, as well as pretty much everything that has a screen on it, and that is a screen protector. Now, most people don't think about these things for their camera because it is a tiny screen. Yes, you may think about it for your phone, but for some reason we don't think about it for our cameras. Doesn't really make sense, because these cameras are not cheap, and when you do accidentally hit your screen or crack your screen or scratch your screen, it's just quite annoying because obviously that decreases the value of your camera, and then it's just not nice using your screen when you see all of these scratches on it. So I recommend getting these screen protectors that aren't expensive at all. Like you can get them for under $10, £10, and you can protect your screen. I've had one on this camera for a while and you can kind of see there are a few little chips on it. So to me, that kind of screams, if I didn't have a screen protector on this, would I now have those same chips and scratches on my screen? Probably. Would that annoy me? Of course. And obviously when I go to sell this camera, if I do, that means I have to down the value even more because the screen is messed up. So get a screen protector, solves all your problems. So these next two items are not Sony specific at all, but there are two items I use all the time that I definitely recommend you pick up. One is just this Manfrotto mini tripod. Even though it's small, it is very easy to use and can hold quite a lot of weight as long as you angle it in the right position. I use this quite a lot when I'm filming myself on the go, whether that is having it stationary or just holding it myself, because with just the hold of the button, you can angle the camera at any angle you want. So this is a lot better than the GorillaPod where you have to unscrew it, hold it down, then tighten it back. This just makes it a lot easier to just get exactly where you want, then just let go. So if you need a small tripod, this is definitely one I recommend for you to get. And the next item that I recommend you get is a diffusion filter. Now I'm not going to go into full details on this because I do have a whole video you can see up here, which I break down what a diffusion filter is and the various types, but essentially it's a stylistic filter that you put on the end of your lens. I just think these are really useful. They're not expensive. You can get some really cool looks out of the different various filters there are, and I just think for both photography and videography, this is a great tool to have in your bag. So I personally use the Tiffin Black Pro Mist or the Moment Cine Blue most often, but every now and then there may be different ones that I might use for a stylistic effect. Now the last thing isn't actually a physical accessory, but it is very useful, and that is an app on your phone called Monitor Plus. Now as the name suggests, it's an app that lets you wirelessly monitor what your camera is seeing, but it does a little bit more than that. So this is what the app looks like when you are using it, and I won't bore you with all the different functions that it can do, but just know it has plenty of exposure tools. You can control the camera settings, you can add 3D LUTs, you can do overlays, you can do a lot of stuff that you can't do on your normal camera monitor or some of the external monitors that you can buy. So those, in my opinion, are some of the best accessories that you can get for your camera that just enhance the experience and make using your camera a bit more enjoyable. But if I've missed anything, make sure you comment down below any accessories that you find useful. But if you've got a lesson, laugh, or a light bulb moment from this video, I'd really appreciate if you could drop a like down below. And if you're feeling extra nice, you could hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, I will catch you in the next one.